Jeff in Tiffin, Ohio, listening on Sirius XM. Hey, Jeff, what's up?
Oh, I was just got off work. I'm a union worker. I'm all for unions, but I was incensed when John Kerry on the news talked about the TPP. And it's like, if the Democrats want to get back in power, you know, these trade deals, like you said on the radio over and over, they're just hurting the country.
Yep.
And it does not. I'm a white guy, built Northwest Ohio. I work for a company that, what Brown can do for you, I can't, but it's like, it's unbelievable how many union guys vote for Republicans and they should vote for Democrats.
Yeah.
And it's because stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't disagree. This neoliberal experiment that ironically was started by Ronald Reagan and George Herbert Walker Bush, the whole free trade thing. NAFTA was negotiated, and the GATT were both negotiated by George Herbert Walker Bush. They were signed into law by Bill Clinton, but it was the Bush administration that pretty much finished
the Republican idea.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, even though Bill Clinton signed the legislation, the majority of the Democrats in both the House and the Senate voted against it, and have voted against every single trade bill ever of these free trade bills. And nobody knows this. I mean, the average American doesn't realize this. They think that this is the Democrats' work and that Donald Trump is here to fix it. I'm sorry, Donald Trump ran as a Democrat. It's just that the Democrats have been, enough of them have embraced this stuff along with all of the Republicans that, it's just gotten messy. But Jeff, I think you make a very good point. I completely agree with you.
Here's the other thing I want to say, Tom.
Yeah.
I got cut off on another radio show one time, and this guy was talking about in the 50s, 60s, 70s, how great it was and everything else. And all of a sudden he started his little rant about unions are killing this country. Then his screener wouldn't let me on because I said, I'd like to talk to him about unions. How are they killing this country when 35% of the workforce was union back in that time? And the reason there wasn't unions in other places because they paid people decent to keep unions out. And it's like, that was when you're talking, that's when the country was the greatest, when the unions were the strongest.
Yep, it's true.
Unions are great for capitalism. They try to give everyone a little piece of money so everyone can buy stuff.
Yeah.
Then the other thing I was going to say is, people always got a connotation that unions are bad. What brought down communism? Solidarity. Solidarity is union. The ship workers in Poland helped start that.
Yep.
And the Democrats got to start backing the working man like they used to, like what Bernie wanted to do. I was a big Bernie man. I'm telling you, I know you were, but I wanted Bernie in there so bad, because he was like an FDR Democrat. He was going to help the working man again.
Well, and there's a whole new generation of folks with that same worldview coming up right now. The millennial generation, and God bless them. It's a great thing, and I really believe that America is poised for renaissance if we can get through some of the general craziness. But that said, we're still in the general craziness. But yeah, I completely agree with you, Jeff. And in fact, I think that it was a crying shame that over the last 8 years we didn't see card check passed. I mean, Democrats repeatedly tried to put it into legislation. Paul Ryan would not even consider bringing a vote to the floor of the House. The Senates would filibuster anything the Republicans would filibuster anything in the Senate. Jeff, thanks for the call.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program.